The Wi-Fi is screwing up today. I don't know what it is.
I got it.
You got it. What's going on, folks? The gremlins are out as far as Wi-Fi goes, so we're going to go old school with the room mic. But like I said, this is a big fight year. We talked about earlier with the whole. Started off early, I think, with the Clovel off Andre Ward. That was awesome. Finally got some big fights.
Yeah.
Because you're a boxer, bro. A lot of times you don't get the big fights. From many times you don't get the big fights. But this past year we have, and of course Anthony Joshua and the Klitschko, excuse me, all those Russians got me confused.
Yeah, right.
And of course, actually this past weekend was a good fight with the Ngannou and Crawford fight. That was a good. There's tons of big fights, And like I said, one of my favorite ones coming up is going to be. I'm a big Canelo fan, Canelo Triple G. And, of course, the Freak Show, which is going to be the McGregor-Mayweather fight. We were talking earlier, before the whole camera incident, how, at the end of the day, bro, all that stuff's going to be all about the money. Has anybody ever gotten, besides Mayweather, has anybody ever gotten paid that much money, bro?
You like it?
No.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, nobody's ever been paid like what it is.
Right, I know it. Did y'all happen to see? We'll take it piece by piece. Did y'all happen to see the press conferences? Any?
I watched some of them.
You didn't see any of it?
I just seen some of it.
Yeah. I hear you.
I just seen what was on Facebook.
I watched it. As far as shit talking, it was high level shit talking.
Oh, they know what they're doing.
Yes, exactly, bro. Exactly.
The fight's gonna be boring as shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, dude. I'm gonna let you guys talk about it. Me being a Mayweather fan, actually a boxing fan, not really a Mayweather fan, just a boxing fan. I pretty much know what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Same thing happened when he fought.
I think we all know.
Same thing happened when he fought Canelo or Berto
or Pacquiao.
Well, not really Pacquiao so much. But especially the second Madonna fight where he fought backwards. But at the same time, bro, that is tremendous skill to do that and to pull it off every time. But is that what's going to happen this coming Saturday?
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes, same thing.
Fighting backwards.
He's going to outbox him. He's going to stay on the outside. It's like a rugby player playing football or a football player playing rugby. It's not the same sport.
Right.
It just comes down to that. If you put Floyd in a cage, who's going to win?
Yeah, of course, for sure.
30 seconds.
On a good day.
He's going to start balling the second he gets kicked really hard.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about Floyd? Yeah.
Yeah, I give him 30 seconds.
Of course.
In a cage, yeah.
And
that's a long 30 seconds.
But he won't ever sign that.
No,
yeah, that's
dumb.
And notice he said that this is my last fight.
Yeah,
that way they don't throw that on him.
He should have had it in the contract where, dude, if I'm going to box you, you should fucking get a cage and fight.
Exactly.
Fight me.
He never would have got the fight though. If he would have made that a mandatory for the contract, he never would have got the fight.
I agree. I agree. Well, you know what? True that. But yeah, I think you're right, bro. I think you're exactly right. He never would have signed the contract at all. He did, however, change to 8-ounce gloves. Is that going to make a difference? Going from 10 ounce to 8 ounces?
Makes a big difference.
It does.
It does make
harder hits, right?
Yeah.
Harder hits.
Yeah, because gloves aren't made to protect your opponent. They're made to protect your hands.
That's right.
That's all the boxing gloves are made for.
And Mayweather's notorious for breking his hands.
He doesn't have a good right hand.
Right.
So
he doesn't knock anybody out.
He doesn't.
Well, he used to. He used to. Back when he was Pretty Boy Floyd.
That's right.
Pretty Boy Floyd was a bad man, and it's all different now, but still.
He plays a game.
Yeah, that's all it is. He
plays tag.
Well, the Ricky Hatton was a legit knockout, and that was, of course, was that almost 10 years ago.
I don't know if it's that long, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. The Ortiz one, it was a knockout, but it was a different scenario. It was, Ortiz had his hands down.
It was Victor Ortiz's fault.
It
wasn't like it was actually in the middle of punches that happened. It was a little bit different the way it did happen, but. It is what it is.
Is there any chance, because I know there's tons of McGregor fans. I know some people are wishing and crossing their fingers, but there has to be at least a chance for that. At least a puncher's chance. He's a bigger dude, a younger dude, stronger dude, has a long reach. Is there a chance at all with Mayweather?
I mean, there's always a chance. I mean, it's a contest. It's boxing.
Out of 10, let's say 1 out of 10 fights, does he even get 1?
He gets like a 0.1.
Really?
I mean, to me, it's extremely slim because of the way Floyd's going to fight.
Right.
This is what he does. And you're taking a guy that is good in stand-up with MMA guys.
Right.
But it's not. I mean, he's not anywhere on the level in boxing. Now, I think he's an incredible athlete. Yes, I think he's a very good athlete.
Oh, for sure.
If he would have started off on this before, instead of just doing strictly boxing for the past year, I mean, it's crazy to me to think that he can actually win.
Right.
But
how about him being confident and headstrong?
He's extremely confident. Him and Floyd are like twins, except one fights more.
That's right. That's right.
Their whole mentality is the same. They're like big kids.
I hear you.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris? You were an MMA fighter. Like I told this gentleman, you fought Bellator. You're a Gracie black belt, and you boxed as well. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your take on that? Same thing?
Oh yeah, there's not a chance none of them win. But I mean, if he gets in there and starts brawling with him and gets Floyd flustered, but he's fought so many times.
If he's gonna do it, how's he gonna do it?
The only way he's gonna do it is he just puts a chance to get in the pocket, and just starts fucking beating on him and get Floyd out of his fucking comfort zone and get him pissed off and start fighting with him. Maybe he get a chance, but that's not gonna happen. Floyd's got too much experience. He ain't gonna do that shit.
Composure.
Yeah.
Footwork.
He's gonna footwork and dance away and play tag and push his foot around for the whole fight.
The whole shoulder.
I ain't gonna pay for that.
Well, I'm not either, but my family's all watching, so I'm going to put in about a good $15, and then I'm going to watch it because it's $89 for regular and then $100 for HD.
The hell if I'm going to watch. I'm going to stay at home and watch it on fucking Facebook.
There you go. That's right.
I'm going to watch the highlights of every round of him just fucking tag, next round, tag. Dance a little bit.
Does he win a round? McGregor?
Doubtful.
Not even around.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Mayweather's saying that this time, of course, it's all just like we talked about.
Mayweather may fuck around a little bit and then may get tagged some because he's going to get a little caught.
And he's been tagged before by Madonna. Sugar Shane Mosley tagged him.
Mosley caught him.
Yeah, caught him.
Yeah, he did.
He's been caught before, so not saying he's invincible.
Well, he's gonna win, and he's gonna talk shit and like, I'm the greatest fighter in the past. Fuck no, you aren't. You don't fight.
Didn't Oscar get him?
Dimensional. You play tag with people.
Didn't Oscar get him too?
I myself being a Mexican dude, I think De La Hoya won that fight, but that's a whole other conversation.
I agree.
That's a whole other conversation. But he's also saying that this time he's going forward. He's not going to do. He's going to try to finish. Is that BS? Is that just?
Don't finish fights.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
I really honestly wouldn't be that surprised if he did end up stopping McGregor because there's a gap in talent as far as boxing.
Oh wait.
There's such a gap there. That's the only reason I could see it happening.
Right.
But other than that,
he may fluster Connor so much that he's going to fucking
get him stupid and get him doing something dumb and just walk him into something.
When would that be? Would that be in the middle, like around 6th round, or maybe even earlier than that?
Floyd's gonna drag that shit on to prove a point. It'll be in the later round.
Okay.
He's gonna toy with him, I think.
Yeah,
he's literally gonna be able to do just about anything he wants to do in the ring.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's just skill set.
That's it.
That's his house.
Of course.
Right. That's his job. I mean, that's what he does. That's his specialty.
I think it's a fucking big show.
It's a money grab.
Yeah.
It is.
Like, put that shit on in Japan. They love freak fights.
Oh my gosh. Japan puts on the best shows, in my opinion.
That's what this is like. I don't know. It's just it's degrading to boxing and MMA.
Is it really?
I think so.
Okay.
Just like Japan, man. But fighting in both sports ain't the same it used to be.
Right. I know for sure one thing, whether you're a boxing purist and all that, even though the boxing purists are saying, I'm not going to watch that, they're going to watch it somewhere, somehow.
Eventually, maybe if they don't pay for it, they're still going to watch
That's
it.
right.
I'm going to watch it after it's all
That's right.
Yeah,
you're going to watch it, but you're not going to pay
it.
for it.
Hell no.
I refuse to watch it. My wife wants to watch it so bad. My wife and my sister.
Yeah.
And they're just crazy.
Is your sister a boxing fan? Because I know she's
my boxing fan, but not in general.
Right.
They'll be posting that shit Facebook Live for cheap.
Oh, you know,
for sure.
Everybody
getting kicked off, put in Facebook jail.
Exactly.
About half of them.
Yeah.
But no, I mean they want to see it because the drama. The drama.
Right.
It's like reality
Well,
TV.
they know what they're doing.
You know. That's all it is. They're bringing in those kind of fans.
Yes.
They're bringing those kind of fans into it. And
almost like WWE style.
it's exactly what it is. Essentially, it's a show.
Right.
You know, it's all choreographed. The whole thing is, you know.
Is that say the whole we're talking about the press conference? You know, is that shit talking that McGregor's Class A shit talking?
Yeah.
Does that mean anything at all to Mayweather at all?
I don't think
because
so.
he's never seen that before, not at that level.
You know, Floyd is happy the better that Conor does at that stuff because it sells the fight.
Right.
You know, Floyd talks about, if you go back and look at all these Floyd fights, he talks about how good his opponent is. Oh, he's a very good opponent. You know, well, this guy's really good at this, and you know that's one of my weaknesses. You know, I'm getting old. I'm not as good as I once was. That's all to sell the fight. That's all that is. Nothing else.
And I've seen him say he's been doing that. That's all
he's been doing. For every fight. He does it every fight, and that's just sell the fight because he's smart. He's a businessman.
True, he was the greatest at that shit.
Yeah.
No, for sure, I agree. But I know for one thing. This is a fight that you know, people have just been counting down, and I myself, I'm gonna watch it just because it's a freak show. Well, you know, what can I say? I'm not gonna say the best MMA fighter because I don't think he is the most popular by far.
For sure.
Making that kind of money, especially now. But I know that you know, that's one thing that I'm gonna look forward to is watching that. But the Canelo fight. Canelo Triple G, that's the fight.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's a real fight.
That's a real fight.
Yeah,
you don't know who's going to win that fight. That's what makes it so great.
Who's your money on?
I'm not putting money on anyone.
Right,
on that fight.
Especially on that fight, bro.
Yeah, that can go anyway.
They can.
You know, I'm really split. My dad is a Golovkin. My dad's 99% of the time he's right. And, you know, I've been wrong a lot of times against my dad, so I've got to say Golovkin. But I mean, they both can fight.
But as far as like pay-per-view numbers, I've seen Golovkin fight a few times, but who really has he fought and it's like really put him to the test? Well, you know what? I'm taking that back. His last couple fights kind of put him to the test. He's
fought a lot of mandatories. He's had, you know, I mean, he's not like he's fought, you know, Floyd. Canelo fought Floyd.
Oh, right? Yes.
He was young. You know,
well, he was not ready. I knew he was not ready.
He didn't do what he had to do.
But you're not going to turn down that fight.
My opinion, he didn't take the risk. You know,
which would be what?
The risk of being knocked out to win, to go forward under any circumstances, not be comfortable losing the fight, being outboxed.
Okay.
You know, just being comfortable doing that. You know, I didn't like that about it. You know, he beat Cotto. You know, fighters like that. Cotto
to me is one of the best of all times, bro.
He's too small, I think, for Canelo. He's too small, and he's on the back end of his career, you know. But Golovkin, he's too strong, man.
He is, and you know, and I promise, you know, I'm a boxing fan. I did not know Golovkin until about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I did not. He just came out of nowhere. It was like, who is this dude that's just marking dudes? Not just winning, he finishes fights.
Hitting guys on top of the head, knocking them out, you know.
And he looks like he would sell you insurance afterwards.
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm saying?
You're a good boy. That's it.
Going back to the McGregor-Conor fight, is Conor going back to MMA?
No.
Sure he will.
You think he will?
No.
Eventually.
There's just so much money.
What is he projected to make? Over 100 million?
Yes. Yeah. And that's just in the fight, not endorsements.
I think that's fucking goddamn ridiculous that boxers making that much money.
What is the most he's ever made besides that?
He's made maybe 2-3 million in UFC.
Yeah, and even that's like way up at the top.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is ridiculous.
Yes.
Those guys would be making just as much money as these boxers.
I agree.
I don't see it happening though. I don't see him coming back.
I think it will a bit.
I don't see him coming back. Maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe later he might get tired. You know, might get bored.
He's gonna get bored.
His personality.
Oh, yeah,
he's like Floyd. He can't leave. He's got to have the attention.
Next thing he's gonna go to like K1, do some kickboxing or something.
Right.
Start marking up that shit.
And that one, he would not last. I mean, I've been watching kickboxing here lately.
Man, those cats.
Oh my gosh.
monsters.
I'm a big fan of the K1 guys, and I quit watching.
Some scary ass dudes.
Yes, I even got my wife into watching. It's like, dude, those guys are ridiculous. It's like, you got that right.
Yeah, they're going to kill you. Those guys don't fight to like. Man, it's like Mayweather. Man, he fights not to lose.
Right.
He doesn't fight.
That's it.
He fights not to lose. Man, those K1 guys are going out to fucking murder you.
Yeah, it's almost like street cred.
Dude, that's fighting.
Yes.
They fight to knock you out.
Yeah,
yes.
That's real fighting, man.
Have you been checking out the whole McGregor Paulie McAnally fight?
No.
Actually, the whole shit talking situation.
You know, I haven't followed it that way.
Because Paulie was, a 2-time belt holder, great champ. Of course, he's a great commentator, but boy, he's legit.
And they did a 12-round sparring, and supposedly the knockdowns happen in 12 rounds. I don't even know. To me, it's all a money grab.
Is that fight number 2?
No.
Is that boxing fight? Is that boxing match?
I can see Paulie trying to make that. I can see Paulie trying to make that. But I think after it is so obvious with the Floyd fight, I don't think that it's going to be able to do it. The kind of money that they're going to expect it to make.
No, but the McGregor fans would want to see that.
Yeah,
he's got a ridiculous following.
Oh, I know it.
Ridiculous. Of course,
that's why he got the fight.
That's right.
That's exactly right. Because what he's pulling in.
That's right. And he's got the entire country of Ireland, but the Americans, the Canadians, England, or Europe, they love that dude. And
I don't get it.
Really, I hear you. It has to be the shit talking, right?
Cat's got no ground game. Cat's got no kickboxing. Like he's too hyped up. Yeah, he's not. He's not even the best MMA fighter. Not even close.
Right. It has to be the shit talking, right?
You know how to choke nobody. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Like you're hype. You do good at marketing, man. You're awesome.
That's it.
That's all it is. You got great managers. You know what to do.
That's
Dana White fucking loves to suck a cock.
Yes. And he's all up in McGregor's butt, dude. All up in the And matter of fact, I even heard that some of the 100 million that McGregor's making, UFC's making a big percentage of that.
They're making a ton of it.
That's the only reason it's happening.
Right.
The only reason it's happening. And in fact, McGregor even knows he's going to lose. He don't give a shit. For $100 million, fuck, I fight Fedor.
But that being said, even though he's going to lose, he still wins anyway, right?
Fuck yeah, you're going to win.
He still wins
That's
anyway.
a lot of money. Nobody loses.
Nobody loses.
I'll play tag with anybody for 12 rounds for $100 million.
Even the fans don't lose either.
I'll pillow fight you.
You're right. But like I said, even the fans don't lose either. They're gonna get what they didn't think. It's gonna
be fun for everybody.
Yeah, what they didn't think they were gonna get.
Bring in some monkeys and stuff and just start dancing around and shit.
Bring an elephant too.
When you first heard about it, did you think that was even possible?
In the beginning, I didn't. When it first started coming up, I was like, man, no way. They can't make enough money off of this. There's not enough people that'll actually pay money to see this. Are you kidding me?
Because there's no fights left.
But then they started it.
I agree.
There's no fights left in boxing.
I mean,
like real fights.
They had all of them this year, which I'm glad. I'm a fight fan. They had all of them this year, but that's about it though.
There's no heavyweights. There's no supers. There's no Mike Tysons out there. There ain't nobody trying to kill each other. They got to come up with gimmick fights to.
Well, I think they've got pretty. I think that the heavyweights are looking good right now.
You got a pretty thick heavyweight clash right now coming up.
Right.
I mean, it's really gonna unfold.
It's the best it's had in like 10 years.
Yes, I agree with you.
Heavyweight's been fucking.
It was all Klitschko forever.
Yeah.
It's really about to unfold, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about.
How long did Klitschko hold the belt?
What's that?
How long did he hold the belt?
Shit.
Klitschko.
Long time.
Long time, bro.
That's how long.
Many years. I got a Merlot and a red blend, bro. That's the way I do it. It's not the best, but it works.
It works.
Good for the heart.
That's right. My doctor said I could drink wine. He just didn't say how much, like I told him. But anyway, let's talk about the. Actually, let's talk about your career, bro. You said this is your 14th win. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Wow, bro. That's how many amateur fights you had before you started boxing pro?
127.
127?
More than McGregor's had.
That's right. That's right. 127 amateur fights.
Are they all like 4 rounds or 8 rounds? Or?
Amateurs is, mainly it's 3 rounds. I've did some feature bouts that were 4 rounds.
Okay.
Amateurs is 3 threes or 4 threes. Yeah. Well, you can do a feature for 4 threes. They do it kind of like the bigger amateur shows that are like for events and stuff.
Right.
But as far as tournament wise, it's all 3 threes, all the way through. Nationals, international, Olympics, 3 threes.
How'd you get into it? Being from Milano, because really, dude. I mean, you don't think. Yes.
Milano, Cameron, Texas.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, right
and
by
and there really is. How many people in that town?
Milano?
Yes.
It's
not even 1,000, right?
No. Okay, so it's gone up. From 400.
Okay.
The census now is 428.
Really? Okay.
It's booming.
Are y'all counting cattle too, or no?
I think we're counting chickens. It's booming. But I
saw Rocky chasing chickens.
Right, that's right.
Hey, you wouldn't believe how many chickens I chased down in my day.
Really?
Yeah, chickens. You better believe it.
But how'd you get started in Milano? Because really, that's that area, Cameron, Rockdale, that whole area. That's football country.
Oh yeah, it's strictly football country. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing for kids at all. And my brother wanted to always start boxing. My dad taught us how to fight, how to defend ourselves. I was in fights all the time in school. I went to Cameron at that time. And we had a heavy bag hanging in our house. My dad taught us how to throw straight punches and, defend ourselves. And my brother wanted to box. And so my mom found Waco Boxing Club, 70 miles one way. And my dad took us. He took us both. I was playing a video game. I was playing Nintendo 64. I'll never forget it. My dad told me I had to go, and I was so upset because I was playing this new game I just got. And I fell in love with it, My brother, he was 16, into girls and other stuff, He didn't really put the training forward. I was 11, What am I going to do? Play outside and box. That's it. And
wow.
So I fell in love with it.
And you still make that same 70-mile trip, bro?
Well, we come up here, we work, we come back to Waco Boxing Club. We do most of our training, in Houston at the Plex. And so, I do that 3 days a week whenever I'm in camp,
Wow, bro, that is nuts.
Traveling ain't nothing for us.
Really? That's awesome. You got your whole family back from you, bro.
Man, that's awesome.
How'd you make the decision to go from to pro?
I wanted to turn pro when I was 18. I got offered some money and sign on and all this stuff, and I wanted to turn pro when I was 18. I was tired of the amateurs.
Right.
It's so political, and me being so under a rock, I would say I didn't realize how political professional boxing was as well.
Give us an example of how.
Well, political as far as you go into nationals and stuff, you're not the right guy, you're not going to win the fight. I've seen guys beat the crap out of somebody.
And just go to
lose.
You got beat by the judges.
Beat the crap out of somebody. I've seen some horrible, horrible decisions that make you want to quit boxing. I felt horrible. I've had, referees tell me, I've had judges tell me, and I remember my dad always told me, no, we're going to wait. We're going to build the right team. You're going to get the right team before we do this. And so, we went to nationals. I was fighting nationals in 2013, and I was fighting a guy, and I thought I easily won the fight decisively. Come back, cornerman. It was in a '96 Olympic coach for Floyd Mayweather and all them. He was my cut man for that fight.
Right.
Said, hey, we're going to the finals. That's it. We're going to the finals. And they announced the other guy's winner.
Wow.
And I told Dad I got the ring. He said, I'm not fighting another amateur fight. That's it. And we had been talking to Golden Boy.
And what was he talking? What was your dad saying about that?
My dad was fine with that. He had been talking to people. Ronnie Shields, we sparred Ronnie Shields fighters already.
Wow.
In preparation, as pro fighters, I was sparring Danny O'Connor. He was undefeated guy. Had 1 loss, something like 16-1, 20-1 or something. We were sparring him, getting him ready for his fights while we were getting ready for our fights while I was an amateur.
In Houston?
Yeah, in Houston. He's from Massachusetts.
Okay.
He's from Boston, and so. But so Ronnie had told us before, hey, you get ready to turn pro, I'd like to work with you, And so Dad had that, and we had talked to everybody, and we set it up after that,
What was your first pro boxing match?
It was in Fort Bliss and El Paso Memorial Day.
Now, was that one 8 rounds, or what was that?
It was a 4-round fight because of my debut, and they stuck me on there. It was a swing bout, and so they had just enough room for me because of a knockout.
Right.
And it was still to date my favorite fight of all time. It was the best experience fighting in front of all the troops.
Oh, wow.
It was freaking awesome.
So you're saying they put you in because a knockout, so that fight was not guaranteed?
Well, the fight was guaranteed, but the TV time wasn't.
Oh, I got you.
That's why I get the TV time. They got swing bouts, and so when you're a swing bout, they literally do whatever they want with you. They put you wherever you want. You can be sitting back there. They have you glove up, and open up. Spot opens up. You're going on.
So you're just walking around with taped hands the whole time,
wrapped
waiting.
up, gloves on.
Wow, gloves on too.
Yeah, so like this last fight, they told me, hey, you're not TV time. But anyways, they made me glove up when TV started. Get ready. You could go on any time, but by the way, you're not TV time. They kept telling me that I wasn't TV time. Sure enough, they sneaked me on TV. You know, they just do what they want. TV buys the card. They can do whatever they want.
Did the cameras and lights do anything to you?
You know, my first time, well, actually, the fight in Fort Bliss didn't bother me. My first scheduled TV fight kind of got me nervous.
Right.
Because my first scheduled TV fight, I was thinking about it. I wasn't just back there warming up. I had no idea what was going to happen in my first fight. And I got kind of nervous, you know, but I wasn't necessarily say nervous. I got kind of over anxious.
Right.
I would say I got kind of let my adrenaline go a little bit. And so, I'm usually pretty good about that stuff, but it doesn't bother me at all now. None of it bothers me.
Are you 14-1? 14-1. 14-1. Okay, how about the one? Was that just decision or what?
Yeah, well, no, I lost. Okay, so I was fighting Eddie Ramirez, and I retired in the 9th round. It was a 10-round fight.
Right.
Going into Ronnie stopped the fight my coach did in the corner. He didn't think we could win the fight. He knew something was wrong with me. At a severe sinus infection going into the fight. We took the fight anyways because we thought we could overwhelm it. We could, you know, do okay with the sinus infection. I had 2 sets of antibiotics and it just didn't work out.
Oh,
you know,
man.
My whole head was just like couldn't catch my balance the whole fight. But
is that true? What they say that you learned from your losses? Because you know, if you had a sinus infection, I mean, you were still probably doing the right thing.
Well, you know, the only thing I learned from that fight was don't take a fight with the sinus infection. And, you know, don't fight sick. You know, cancel it. There's no reason to fight anyways. And that's the biggest thing I learned in that fight. The fact that it was almost like the whole fight. Anything that I was doing was just natural instinct.
Right.
Because the whole time I was trying to catch my balance. You know, it felt like I had water fluid running out of my ear because I had all that fluid in my head.
Oh wow!
And so it was just like I couldn't catch my balance the whole time.
Almost like I hear you
I get grazed with something and it was just like insane. You know, it was the weirdest thing in the world. Not like you're hurt,
right?
But it was just like you can't catch your balance and you're fighting the guy at the same time. And so I told Dad, I said it was all natural instinct. You know, I don't know what I was doing right, what I was doing wrong.
Right.
I didn't know how the fight was going. I didn't know if I was winning or losing. You know.
But I did see your last fight, bro, and I couldn't wait to see it. And it said the Cowboy was fighting. I was waiting all week long. Bro, I loved it. Like I seen that text that same night. Those hooks to the body. I loved it. Is that? And I saw you figure that out like early. Is it hard to figure? Is it easy for you? I guess you've been fighting so long to figure out. Okay, this is what I need to do to win that fight.
Well, you got to be able to adjust in the middle of a round. You know, you can't always be able to come back to your corner after a round and have your coach tell you what to do.
Right.
You know, if you're doing something wrong, you gotta learn how to fix that pretty quick, or it's gonna, you know, it could be bad. You fight somebody that can punch.
I know. The commentators were, commentators were talking. I forget who the commentators were.
Ray Flores.
Okay, that's right.
Sweet baby Ray.
That's right. They were talking about, the guy you were fighting. I think he had, I think it was like 50, maybe 50, had 55 pro fights. But how he had pretty much those guys his record was kind of up the middle.
Yeah.
But how guys like that are dangerous because those guys just you have nothing to lose. Did you think about anything like that?
Yeah, it didn't really bother me none. You know, he was a late notice opponent. I was supposed to fight a guy that had like 1 loss out of Puerto Rico. Right. Supposed to be a good TV fight, and he hurt his ankle the week of the fight. Okay. So I got this guy 3 days before the fight. Okay. So I had no idea nothing about him. Knew nothing about him at all except
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you fight. Doesn't matter like who you fight.
To me, in my mind, no. To my team, it does because they're looking out for me. Of course, they should. You know, matchmaking. But to me, in my mind, I'll fight anybody anytime. It doesn't. It's not like. Right. I guess it's just my mentality. It's not always a good one.
I hear you, bro. Man, I loved it. we were all, of course, everybody here in Waco, Texas, we were cheering for you, bro. We all loved it. Of course, the Waco Boxing Club, all those guys, not all those guys, but a bunch of these guys, guys that I know, and, what can I say? It's awesome right here in Waco, Texas.
Oh, yeah, man, that's where I started, It's like
and you still come back, man. Just now.
Yeah, I just got done working out just before I come over here. I got to change the clothes. I actually look half decent.
Wow. And is that crazy? Is that crazy? Having a guy that was in the Olympics that sparred with guys like Sugar Shane, that has to be super nuts. Look at knowing to get from Milano, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is super nuts. Chris, you were going to fight this past year, but you didn't. But was that the same mentality you had whenever you were fighting MMA? Does it matter who you fight?
Hell no.
It doesn't.
I've taken fights where I lost 22 pounds in 3 days just to go out there and get them.
Wow, bro, that is super nuts.
Get the car, you're gonna go fight. You should always be ready to go fight.
Wow, bro.
That's the truth.
What was that? I was wanting to know, because I know you started off boxing. Of course, now you have the Gracie Academy, which is going to be September 2nd when you're opening doors.
I think the 4th after Labor Day is
okay.
The insurance kick in when you start the academy again.
You know there's going to be a bunch of hungover dudes in there rolling.
I'll probably will. Yeah, I've been running my academy for 6 years now. Been off for a year. Got a great little program out of Gym X. I'll be teaching the Muay Thai classes and then some basic boxing. But I talked to Jaime a little bit, and then that helped me out, and then some other things just to get some the Waco boxing guys out there and just like help out. But it's mainly jiu-jitsu, 100% self-defense, Gracie jiu-jitsu all the way.
You see, you were first a Taekwondo guy, right? Or was it boxing first?
Oh shit, Shotokan karate.
Wow.
Shotokan, and then did a little Taekwondo, but we don't count that. And boxing. I used to train at Waco boxing a long time ago back today. I was with Luis forever.
Oh yes, Mr. Luis, for sure.
I've been under Helson for 15 years.
Why? So. Yeah, that's what I ask you. Why jiu-jitsu? Because really,
greatest fighting system on the goddamn planet.
Right.
Period.
And then you decided, you know what? I'm gonna just. Did you start just wanting to commit to just that for a while, or how did that come about?
It just kind of snowballed, man. I was Phil moved from Hawaii to Austin. He was a purple belt. Back then, there was no Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belts in Texas. There was no jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It just came out of nowhere. It's like, wow, there's Gracie Jiu-Jitsu here in Hawaii.
I started to travel. Well, I was traveling around to go find Helson. He was training in Austin.
Tell me about how that came about, bro. Because that is like the part of the royal family, bro. How did you wind up meeting him?
Well, Phil was a Marine stationed in Hawaii. His purple belt time, moved to Austin. His brother was doing law at Baylor, and they wanted to start a jiu-jitsu club up.
Wow.
Austin gave Phil the okay to start a Gracie Academy. I was renting UFC VHSs at Blockbuster.
Oh yes, I remember them days. Yes.
And I knew who Royce was, and I was like, "There's a real Gracie instructor around." So I started hanging out with him, and then traveling to Austin, and then I'd go train for 2-3 days, come back, teach at Iron Horse, and then I moved off to Houston, went to school, and I went pro when I was in college, paid for my books and rent and all that.
Wow.
And then moved to Austin, trained full time, kept fighting full time, and then just one thing led to another. Been to Hawaii, seen Hells all over the United States. Now I'm black belt. And
you bring him here occasionally to do clinics, right?
Yeah, he's gonna. He used to come in a lot more. He called Texas like one of his second homes to Hawaii and Brazil because it's like a stepping stone between Hawaii and Brazil.
Oh wow!
And he's only got 62 black belts in the world.
Wow,
under
bro!
Him, and,
that is super nuts. And one of them is here in Waco, Texas, bro.
Yeah, and so I think he's gonna come. He's retired now, 100% Brazil. So a lot of us black belts that are the old school guys under his system and his daddy's Helio Gracie system, which is the same like Ballatudo real fighting back when MMA was real fighting.
Okay.
And it's kind of all sporty now and bullshit.
And he's coming. Is he coming down sometime soon?
Yeah, he's gonna whenever. So I'll open September 4th, but we'll have like a big grand opening barbecue party whenever he comes down and do a seminar.
I'll bring some wine.
Yeah, and he's a grandmaster in the hell. Yeah, he likes Heineken a lot.
Okay.
And but he's a grandmaster of jiu-jitsu. There's like I think there's 3 in the United States.
So it's safe to say that to catch him now, or because he
doesn't really roll, man. He only rolls with his black belts. And
I mean, for the clinics, though. I mean,
definitely come, man, because who knows how much longer he's going to be doing this. And his son Holland is pretty much taking over the team, and then a lot of his black belts are going to start traveling more to all the other academies and start teaching.
I know you had it one time, and I was tempted to go because the price was very good. I think it was like $80, but it's like I don't know anything else going on.
Doesn't matter, man. He teaches real simple, basic self-defense. Real shit.
Wow.
teach anybody in any day. You know.
Well, when he comes to back down, if I am free that weekend,
he's a living legend, man. If you get a chance
that's
to train
the deal.
with him, you got to.
That's the deal. You got to catch that.
He's the real deal, dude. You know.
For sure, that's the royal family.
Fights and like that's the real shit. You know.
303 fights.
Oh, dude, he'll tell you some stories. You know, but
his old man was doing street fight or UFC fights before UFC fights or UFC fights, bro.
Vale fights in Brazil has been going on since the 30s and the 40s. They used to call people out in the papers. You know, think you can fight, come check it out, but it's no holds barred, dude.
Wow.
We ain't pussyfooting around. We're fighting.
Have you ever had any? I'm sure you had a lot of one-on-one time where you're just talking old stories and shit like that.
Oh yeah, Helson's my grandpa.
Wow, dude. That's super nuts to have somebody that is that part of that family, and not just like a nephew or something like.
Yeah, I got lucky. Just kind of, I just got lucky. Just fell into it. And
but when you got your black belt, did you know you were going to get your black belt? Because I've always heard that's always a surprise.
Yeah, he used to only promote in Brazil or Hawaii, and then eventually we all convinced him, like, no, man, we got family that want to see this. You've been training 13, 14 years to get this achievement. It's a pretty special thing. And to be a professor under the Gracie, especially Helson, he doesn't just give that shit away.
Wow.
And but yeah, he was messing with me. He was down here in Waco doing a seminar and doing like my little test, and he said I messed up because my feet were like 8 inches apart. We should have been 6 inches apart on this one.
So he's a pay attention to detail kind of guy.
He goes, no, 6 more months. I'll give it to you now. Come back from Brazil. I was like, damn it, And then so he goes, but you're coming. You got to take. So I had to take him to Austin because every time he comes to Texas, I'm pretty much his chauffeur. And,
right. And, shit, who's gonna tell him no?
Yeah. So whenever I went to Austin, he was already had the black belt ready for me there, and it's because that was my home academy. Even though I founded the one here in Waco, Austin was my home.
Right.
So he was waiting. He was just dicking around with me until I got to Austin to surprise me with it there.
That is super nuts.
It just made sense there.
How about you? How was your feeling as far as like a feeling of accomplishment? It was like, dude, that's a.
It took me a couple days before I realized, it wasn't until we were at the Chascaria eating barbecue and drinking Heineken and shit before it kind of hit me, and then some people from San Antonio showed up to say hi, and all that was like, damn, I did it. So
that is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get your black belt, how did it become to where you could name your academy Helson Gracie Academy?
He gave me the permission to do that whenever I was a brown belt.
Oh, whenever you were a brown belt, okay.
Yeah, full on promotions, everything. Like I'm the only one that's in between, Austin and there's only three. There's 4: Tyler here, Austin, and San Antonio. But I'm the only one around here that's able to use that name.
So there's not one in Houston?
No, we used to have when I was down there, I had a little club, but yeah, we don't have any academy there. It's just there's not a lot of them out there, man.
When's the last time you competed in just jiu-jitsu tournaments?
Oh, I haven't competed in a couple years. I've had a lot of problems with I fought some pretty heavy MMA fights, a lot of them, and then I probably have over 600-700 jiu-jitsu competitions under my belt.
Oh wow, bro!
And countless.
Which one was the most strain on your body? Well, let's say your entire body. Was it
my neck, dude, my shoulders?
Was it MMA or jiu-jitsu?
Oh, MMA definitely, man. That kills your body. Like it's the training. But I've had some pretty brutal fights where broken noses and things like that. And that shit don't stop. Elbows in your face, and people headbutt, and even though it's illegal, but it happens. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like boxing too. That's in the pocket, but. And when they got an elbow coming down on your face really fucking hard, it hurts. You know what I mean? And people trying to break your arms and stuff. But in training, so I ended up pretty much just retiring from fighting. I'll do some competitions here and there every now and then, but I don't want to do MMA anymore. It's just my body can't take it. So now I just teach, and then I just pass on the art.
That's awesome, bro. Everybody's been fascinated ever since the first UFC. Of course.
Helson trained Hoist for that fight, those UFC fights.
Really?
Helson's the guy that's holding Hoist on his shoulders and shit.
I remember seeing of course, back in the day they had the entire team all, behind everybody's shoulders. Remember that, dude?
No rules.
Yes.
No weight classes. Go in there, lock cage, and fight.
No, yeah.
Who's the better guy?
Especially, Because he was fighting dudes like Dan Severn, who was like, two of me.
Yeah.
You know what
they're
I'm
gonna
saying?
pull your hair and hit you in the nuts, man. Go out there, get a fight. It's a fight, man.
Have you ever thought about doing anything like that, bro?
No.
Just boxing is your forte.
If it paid better.
That's the deal.
Yeah, it doesn't pay.
That's the deal.
It'd be worth it then.
I think I was before I retired. I was getting around 5 and 5. Grant, it's to show my show and win money, and then plus sponsors and shit. But that's like low, But there's more money in boxing,
Isn't that crazy? Is it?
I couldn't do it.
Of course, it has to be because boxing's been around so long. But is it also promotion?
Pancratius been around since before boxing.
But that's right, bro. That's right. But then
he's been fighting since fucking
But then again, it was a lot of fucking. You couldn't have close fist fighting. You had to have palm strikes though.
Yeah, you want to hit somebody over and over and over in their head with no gloves, you're going to break your wrist.
Okay.
Bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah, that's why you hit.
That's why they get gloves now.
That's why you hit here, man. The bone structure is better.
I remember hearing Boss Rutten talk about he was just trying to figure out a way to, because he couldn't have, close fist fight. And he said he'd bend his hand so far back, and he would just practice on just that. Just that way, whenever he throw it straight, it would be all palm. But he said it was just a lot more comfortable than a closed fist. Did you? And but to me, I think that's crazy because you wouldn't think so. You think, closed fist is natural. You're gonna
you're gonna break your fist. You're gonna break your knuckles, man. And it's like it's not gonna have the same kind of impact.
You're gonna break your hand.
You do it right.
Yeah.
Your bones, the way the structure is. That's how you want to hit somebody.
These bones on top of your hand just can't.
Because you're gonna cut the shit out of somebody, like. Everywhere,
I wonder if anybody even uses that anymore at all.
Hell yeah, especially on the ground. Like I'm gonna rear back if I'm on the bottom. I'm gonna hit you harder with my palm than I'm gonna hit you with my fist. You can't rear back. You don't get your hips into it. You know what I mean? But I'm all about headbutts.
You're talking about after a bar kind of fight.
Plus I don't know. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm gonna choke you really quick and go home and stay pretty.
That's the deal. And say in real life situations. You would want to do that, right?
Yeah, you got 3 opponents. Yourself, your real opponent, and then concrete.
That's the deal. That's the deal. I've heard people. I've heard stories. I'm a big podcast man, and I've heard Joe Rogan say he lost a really good friend of his trying to fight. His friend tried to fight a big as a bouncer.
All of them going down.
And he got knocked down and hit the concrete, and that was the end of his friend.
That's it, man. I mean, the fight's going to end up on the ground.
Right.
Period.
That's the deal with all these dumbasses that leave bars.
No refs,
That's the deal. Like you and I are musicians. Chris is, like I told Chris, is one of my favorite singer-songwriters. But you meet dumbasses in bars that have a few beers and they think they can fight at the same, but they're not thinking, dude. Me, I try to avoid every kind of fight.
Me too. Verbal jiu-jitsu.
It is, bro. That's the deal. You're not thinking.
I got shit to prove to nobody, man.
Exactly,
I've already been there, done that, and got paid for it.
People don't know how dangerous it is.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
But
it's life and death.
That's the deal. And you hit the concrete, bro, and man, you're waking up in the hospital. Hopefully, you're waking up.
Yeah.
I don't know. How about like we were talking about maybe you said you used to fight a lot. What was that in school grounds or?
Yeah, in school.
Just
all the time.
Were you a hothead or what was the deal? How did that come about?
My dad was big about teaching us. A coward dies 1,000 times. A brave man it dies but once. And so we always stuck up for ourselves. Going Cameron in school and little red-headed freckle-faced boy. What do you think's gonna happen?
I hear you.
I refused to be bullied. My dad taught me that way. And I always stick up for my family. So anything anybody said, Dad always taught me. So hit him in the mouth right there in front of anybody in the middle of the classroom. Don't matter. Don't ever follow nobody anywhere. Meet them after school.
Right.
Hit them right there. You're gonna have a fight. You're gonna have a fight. You're gonna have it right there.
Like last time I was in prison, I just went up to the fucking biggest guy there and hit him in the head. No, I'm not saying I'm in prison, but same concept though. Tag the guy. I'm here.
It's something about that. Or even training boxing and all that. So we had it in school, but I trained a little bit. Just kid boxing, and then later on I started again. But something about that about the whole being bullied thing.
It's that you can't teach that they stray away from teaching martial arts and self-defense and protecting yourself in school, man. I don't know what's the most important thing to you own in your life is your life. You should know how to fucking defend your life.
I agree, bro. We had
like
that
reading and writing and math. You know, I care more about not dying than I care about adding.
You got that right. You know. Go ahead.
I said everybody should learn how to dance and how to fight.
Exactly.
Two things. Every boy in
can't dance, can't fight.
That's right. You know, everybody should learn how to do that.
I can two-step. That's what
all these kids commit suicide. You know,
dude, that's crazy, bro.
For being bullied. What if they'd have punched that kid in the mouth? You know.
I hear you, bro.
Just you know, I mean, even stand up for yourself, whether you win or lose.
I think it's funnier just to make a kid pass out and bring in.
Hey man, whatever it takes.
You don't even have to hit the guy to make him feel it.
Mine. I happen to have. I had a bully. I had a bully that tried to bully me, and it was like either 7th or 8th grade, and I was a big deal. I just I knew just a little bit, but I got my revenge on the gridiron.
Yeah.
Just so happened I was defensive tackle and he was offensive tackle.
Yeah, you got to work.
And that's what I got to do, but it's something about that knowing something that all right. You're not gonna fucking do this to me anymore.
Yeah.
And that's so satisfying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have that mentality. You know.
Yes. And it's all mental.
That's right. That's all it is. And teaching the kids that, and even put them in boxing, all it does is build your kids' confidence.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are scared they're gonna put them in boxing, put them in mixed martial arts, and whatever it is, and they think that they're gonna make their kid mean, or he's gonna fight kids, he's gonna be a bully. It's just gonna teach him how to defend himself. And
they don't want to fight. They don't need.
That's right. That's what I tell people. I said I learned more respect from fighting than I did from anything else in my life. You learn more respect for others and for yourself.
100%.
It's completely different.
And the discipline alone, knowing that most people can't do that.
That's right. And the fact that knowing if you don't work out, you're cheating yourself.
Right.
You're the one that's going to get tired and get beat up. Nothing else.
And the way you did it, bro, I'm just impressed by. Or even you, Chris. Going to Austin or going all the way to Waco from Milano, bro, that is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's super discipline.
It's all my parents. If
Right.
it wasn't for my mother and father taking me as a kid, if it wasn't for them taking me as a kid, I'd never be here. I wouldn't be where I am now. No way.
And you said you're in training right now, right?
Yeah. No, I just got a fight date yesterday. It's October 3rd.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
What about?
I didn't ask that. I just asked, just asked how long it was. I'm co-main event and 8-round fight.
No way, co-main event, bro. You're growing fast, bro.
Yeah.
You are growing fast. That is awesome. To see you on Fox Sports 1, bro, that's my channel.
Yeah.
That is my channel, bro.
That's where I'll be.
Man, that is awesome.
Next is gonna be HBO.
Yeah, right.
I guess it's a stupid question, but end goal is what? A belt?
Well, the end goal is Hall of Fame.
There you go.
My goal right now is to be a world champion.
Right.
I want to be a world champion. My total goal is to support my family.
I hear you, bro.
And do them right, my whole family, and lead a good life. Be a strong Christian in everything I do as well.
Have you got a day job?
No, that's all I do.
This is it, bro.
This is it.
That is super nuts.
That's all I do.
That is super nuts.
All my dedication is there.
So like tomorrow morning, what's your day gonna be like?
Tomorrow morning, I'll be at my dad's house training at 7:30, 8 o'clock, working out over there. And then,
so we're at your dad's?
Yeah.
Doing what, just hitting the bag, or what are you doing?
No, so
chasing chickens? No,
yeah,
I love
it
that.
started out that way. No, but okay, so we do strength training out there with the strength band.
Right.
I throw like 1,800 punches. With a 100-pound strength band. And then we'll do. I got my 8-mile runs and 10-mile runs and stuff like that. And of course, I have my hill work. The dad's got a hill cut out in the back of his ravine on the property. He's got 20 acres out there, and on the back, he's got this super ravine. And he's got it cut out. We call it a horseshoe. We call it the hill.
Right.
And it's absolute torture. It's the worst thing in the world. I'd rather go run 10 miles.
What are you doing? Just bear crawling over it, or what?
I'm running straight up, straight down. You're running, so the whole time you're running down because you're trying to make a good time. You're trying to keep good footing, so you don't bust your face on a tree.
Right.
Because you're having to move the whole time. And the whole way up, you're just killing yourself. And my dad's at the top of the hill, sitting in his chair, yelling at me.
Mm-hmm.
And,
with a beer.
That's awesome, bro.
So,
he's drinking a beer.
Yeah, right. No, but it takes 30 minutes to do all 60 laps. And,
wow.
I'd rather go run 10 miles any day of the week than do the hill.
Does anybody in that small town of Milano know how big of a deal that is?
How big the hill is?
No, how big of a deal it is for you to be fighting on television.
Yeah, I think so. I have a lot of support. I feel like I have a lot of support in the whole county, Milam County. You know, I feel like they really support me a lot. And, you know, I feel, you know, that they've really, it's almost surprising. It's still weird to me, you know. I'll go somewhere and have someone take a picture with me, want an autograph or something. It's always strange, you know. It's always different. And so, especially in the beginning, it really tripped me out.
Wow. That dude, just the fact that, you know, of course, I'm impressed that you fought on Fox Sports 1, but the fact that you come from Milano, that's a ridiculous deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you don't hear of anything like that in Milano. I mean, if anybody's ever been to Milano, you have that Shell station, you have that trade shop, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, that flea market.
The flea market, and that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's about it, bro.
The most famous thing about Milano is that one guy died on the bridge, had a car accident.
That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I can't remember his name now.
Man, oh man. Well, dude, I can't wait to hear more about that fight. He says it's going to be October when?
October 3rd.
October 3rd?
Fox Sports 1.
But you have no idea who or where?
I think I'm fighting Kareem Martin. I think that's who I've got right now.
I don't think I know. I will
I think he's like 10-1 or something like that. He's a pretty good fighter. He's a good
and is your old man your manager or what?
Huh?
Is your old man your manager?
No. Al Heyman's my manager.
Oh wow, bro!
Yeah.
That is super nice.
Yeah, I've been with Al Heyman since I turned pro.
Really?
Yeah. I signed with him before my pro debut.
Wow, but that's a big deal, man.
Yeah, Al's a man.
Man, that is a big deal, bro. And Chris, you have your academy's gonna be opening up the 3rd or the 4th? No, the 4th, right?
The 4th, yeah.
The 4th
will be open, and then yeah.
What's day one gonna be like?
We're gonna choke each other.
Right.
Real exciting stuff.
You pretty much put the timer on, do some rounds, hang out, teach basic self-defense class, hang out.
You know,
live life in jiu-jitsu.
The only thing I'm dreading, because I haven't been going through drills in my living room. My dog's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah,
shrimping.
Is that no? Not the shrimping. Hey, I've been practicing shrimping, but the damn where you get us on your belly and you crawl.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! It's just torturing people.
Yeah.
Torturing people, but I love.
Oh, Brazilian warm-ups.
Yeah, I hear you, bro, but I love it. Real quick, we'll spend a couple of minutes on it. We're talking about the Canelo Triple G. You said you don't have any idea who's going to take this, or
I think Triple G is going to win for the main fact that my dad told me that's who's going to win. You know, it's a close fight. I like Canelo a lot. He's one of my favorite fighters.
For sure,
he can fight, and I think Triple G will win this fight. I think they needed to wait another couple years. And,
you think another?
I think if they would have waited about another year, I think Triple G would be he's coming down. He's getting older.
You think the fact that all these big fights are happening, that's why this fight happening? Like I mentioned, all the big fights with the Klitschko, Klovalov, even the McGregor-Mayweather fight. You think that's why they had it this year, maybe, or? Well, not the Mayweather McGregor, because that just happened like that.
Yeah, that just happened because the names.
Right.
And I don't know. It's huge fights. I think a lot of it's just timing, and I think that the Canelo fight, that Oscar and them, they held out as long as they could on the fight. You know,
they were trying to get it.
They got to a point where they had to fight. You know,
right
now they got a fight. It's gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad on Canelo if they don't.
Right.
You know, and so I think that's what they have. And Kovalov pushed the Ward fight. You know,
right.
He pushed it, and so you always gotta have one fighter push it. You know, and of course Anthony Joshua and Klitschko, that was all money.
Right.
Of course,
for sure.
That was a huge fight, and it was awesome.
How about let's say Joshua and Wilder? Who wins that one if it ever happens?
Deontay Wilder.
You think so?
I think he does. I like Joshua a lot, but I just think Deontay Wilder wins that fight.
Right.
I don't know if it's
I myself, like I said, I'm just a fan. I think Joshua. I think he's the future.
He could.
I think he's the future, right?
He could. He's a monster. He's a super athlete. He's strong, and he's got the right mentality.
Right.
I mean, he could. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not. I wouldn't bet no money on it.
Right.
But
he's almost like I guess it's probably because he's European, like a young Lennox Lewis, perhaps.
Fight, man.
He's got that long reach. Chris, do you even watch boxing anymore?
Nope.
That's
I don't even watch MMA no more.
Really? I hear you, bro. I can see that, bro. I can see that because I know you're focused a lot on your singer-songwriter and stuff.
It's just I don't know. It's
all different.
Dude, I hear you.
I just don't watch it, man. I watch baseball. football.
Dude, I do not.
Football season coming up.
I missed my. I was in a stupid fight that I never said I got into, and I got my knee folded sideways. I was playing semi-pro ball. The doctor said I would never play ball again, and I never watched another baseball game. My cousin dragged me to an Astros game. I enjoyed it. The hot dogs were fabulous, for about that long. But I never watched baseball again.
I mean, when I was fighting full time, I watched a lot. But I got a lot of friends in like the UFC and all this, and I don't know. I got to the point where I'm just a martial artist. Just what I just do. You know, live jiu-jitsu lifestyle, man. I'm already retired. You know. So.
That is awesome, bro. But you know, the fact you're bringing it to Waco, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, dude, that is super nuts. You know, I'm gonna give it hell learning what I can you know, whatever a fat guy can learn.
No, man.
Like myself, but like I said,
you'd be surprised, dude. Just don't give up and just keep going, man. And anybody,
sure.
You know, next thing you know, you're gonna be choking a bunch of younger little dudes out there, and then you'll be all right, man.
I'm gonna practice on this guy right here.
I got a super secret choke.
Okay. Anyway, man, thank you for doing that. I know, like I said, it was a hectic day for you, my friend.
Yeah,
for sure, man. Bro. But you're one of my favorite buddies for sure.
Thank you.
And of course, the professional boxer right here, Mr. Ryan Karl. I'm becoming a fan of this guy right here. I hope to see more fights. I just saw that one fight, bro. I just barely met you that one time over there at a Waco Boxing Club. Yeah. And the way you talk, this dude's a professional for sure. And then when I saw your fights, like, damn, this guy's going places. So I wish all the best things for you, bro. I'm going to be following your career. Not to mention, you know, it's not all the time I have a Cameron Yeoman in here. I had one last week, but I'll make the exceptions. You'll kick my ass. So and you know, like I said, we were rivals in football back in the day. But anyway, thank y'all for doing this, folks. And next week, I'm thinking I'm going to take a week off. I've been doing this podcasting every freaking week, and
you're doing good too, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I love doing it. You know, I love doing it. And the guys like you make it happen. Y'all don't have to do it, but y'all do it. So I wish all the best for you guys. And I can't wait to start start class back up again at the Iron Horse. No, not the Iron Horse. That's old school, bro. That's old school. Time ago, at the Gym X, bro. And also, real quick, so it's $100, but with 110. You get access to the whole gym, right?
Yeah, I got a couple different packages from punch cards to cash to just pretty much $100, limited training, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, but our main focus is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
For sure.
Vale Tudo street fighting.
Awesome.
And 7 days a week, 2 days are open mat, the rest are classes, and then it's $10.72 for a full-blown gym membership, so you get the weights and all that nonsense. I'm
gonna do that too. I'm gonna just might as well. It's only a few more bucks, bro, and you're already gonna be there.
Yeah, and classes I have my lunch class, my night classes, building it up, man. I've got a lot of people already signing up, and sign up before the 1st. I'll throw in a pre-private. And,
I will do that. I'm doing that next week. I told you.
Every private, I mean, it's straight from the horse's mouth, man. Everything I teach is 100% identical to the way Helson Gracie teaches jiu-jitsu.
I have a small goal. I may be talking ahead of myself, but like I said, you know, we're all fucking dudes, fucking athletes. You're still one right now, but my goal is maybe before I pass, I'd love to be in the old man. Well, I don't know if it's old man or not, but I'll be trying a tournament.
Oh man,
I want to try one, bro.
Dude, man, they're so much fun. I can get you in jiu-jitsu. We're gonna have a competition team. I mean, we compete all over the place.
Right.
We used to hold tournaments. I hosted a tournament here once a long time ago, and Helson actually was the first person to put on a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament in the United States.
Wow, bro.
And then he was the he was a champion, technically the world champion, because back then only Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was in Brazil.
right.
He was a Brazilian world champion for 22 years running. His nickname is Campeo, the champion.
Right.
But yeah, so we're pretty proud of, like, it's not just self-defense jiu-jitsu, but there's a difference between competition jiu-jitsu and the self-defense jiu-jitsu and the way that the Gracie did the Vale Tudo, which is all about strikes in the ground, people trying to hurt you, kill you.
Right.
You know.
How about you ever heard of the EBI, which is Eddie Bravo Invitationals?
Yeah.
They're thinking about having open palm strike. What do you think about that?
just fucking fight MMA.
Right, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like you know, I studied jiu-jitsu not to get hit in the face.
Well, I mean, no, you need to, man. Like Ballatudo Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, it's all about protecting yourself from punches and
got
stuff.
1%.
And but yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do that, just fight.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
But check these guys out at the. It's gonna be at the Iron Horse. No, gosh, dang it.
Jim
X.
X.
Jim X. That's old school. And this guy, October 3rd, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait to tell him Fox Sports 1. And be sure to like and share. Peace out.